light. No matter what you face, shine your light. All around in every place, let the whole world see all that you can be. Let your soul fire shine. Let your soul fire shine. Soul fire shine. Let it shine. Shine your light.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to CSL Kauai. My name is Charles Wolfwork. I am a board member here and also a faithful servant in so many different ways, helping out Rob in the back. Thank you, Rob. Jonathan, thank you. Barb, thank you. And of course, I'm going to be back there at the hospitality with my main man, Rob. Roseanne, I love you back there in the bookstore, too. Ladies and gentlemen, happy, you know what, whatever you're celebrating today, happy that. I tell you what, okay? We got Passover, Easter, we got life, right? Happy everything. Amen, okay. So I'll be here for your morning announcements. Go ahead and let's buckle in. The Four Agreements, ladies and gentlemen, the Four Agreements workshop is absolutely phenomenal. It's a life-changing book, and I'm telling you, it's definitely a life-changing workshop. It's the last chance to jump in, and it's also the last class. It's an incredible class. If you haven't heard about the Four Agreements, it's written by a wonderful man. His name is Don Miguel Ruiz, and also this facilitated by the wonderful, wonderful Michelle LeMay, who's a practitioner, yes? Oh my goodness gracious, and one of the most soulful people that I know, and just had the amazing powers of manifestation. And this book is one of the things that got her on this path to the abundance that she has, and it can also do the same for you. It is on Tuesday, April 23rd, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The class is only $20, and believe me, it's going to be the best investment you've ever made in your life. Okay? Spiritual Cinema in honor of Sacred Service Month. It's been a great month, this Sacred Service Month. The movie is The Letters from Mother Teresa. It's going to be on Friday, April 26th at 6:30. I can't wait to be there. And if I'm not coming for the movie, I'm definitely going to come for the popcorn. Better believe it. And of course, it's going to be a wonderful discussion. You can stay for the discussion, or you can go right afterwards. You won't offend me. Maybe Rev Patrick, you know, he likes to go ahead and talk to everybody. But but no, ladies and gentlemen, this optional discussion after the film. Please do not miss it. Okay, we also have a New Thought meet and greet. And this we're going to meet Mark Nepo, who is a spiritual philosopher, poet, and a healing arts teacher. Of course, he's been influential in the New Thought movement, and also, like, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be facilitated with the beautiful, amazing Roseanne Jones back there in the bookstore. Oh my goodness gracious. Whew, I can't wait. It's going to be on Tuesday, April 30th, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sign up, and books available at the door, at the bookstore. Yeah, go visit her. Just talk to her. What a wonderful soul she is back there. Get some of that energy. Also, we have the Spiritual Living Circle in Princeville. It's going to be on Wednesday, April 24th, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. with Anna Myers, who's back there as well. Hey, in the hat, everybody wave to her. Hello, hey, what's going on? So Anna Myers is going to have a nice spiritual living circle to where you guys can go ahead and send out some more good vibes and higher consciousness to the world. Also, mark your calendars, special visioning on May 5th, right after service. Let us sit together and ask what is next for CSL Kauai. And the answer, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, is great things. That's what's on the way for CSL Kauai. It's going to be led by Rev Dr. Peggy Price. Oh, my goodness, what a wonderful soul. Oh, just love her. Okay, and also, ladies and gentlemen, this is an all call right here. We need assistance in hospitality on Sundays, okay? For the hospitality back there, just the coffee, really, the coffee and the water. It's something that I just like when I started giving my services here at CSL Kauai. It's something I started with. It was easy. I could put some tea out or some hot water out for some tea. I can wash a couple mugs here and there. It's just something very simple, and it makes such a difference as far as us being comfortable here at this wonderful place. So we need a little bit of help. The wonderful Ron is just fantastic, and he's well organized. He just needs a little bit of assistance. Please see me or Ron, and we can get you in the groove so we can stay in the groove here and stay in the flow. And as we are in flow, thank you for for being on time for this divine appointment as we welcome Rev Rita and Rev Patrick.
Mahalo.
Thank you. I love you.
Mahalo.
Good morning,
Oh,
everyone.
Charles.
Yes, happy whatever you're celebrating today. Happy Easter, happy Passover, happy life. Thank you for that, Charles. So we're going to take a moment now, and we're going to invite Dr. Peggy Price to come up. Every Sunday we light our peace candle, and this particular Sunday, it's just peace. We want peace in the world, and we know that peace begins with us. There's been a lot of disruptions lately, and latest one in Sri Lanka, I believe, last night. No? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. It was another. It is. Trust us, it is. People don't listen to the news. We do so that we can know the truth. We don't like stay fixated on it, like watching it over and over, but we like spot the headlines to see what's happening in the world so we can hold the light. So that's just what we do. Everybody can do what they choose. But anyway, so let's just take this beautiful moment for peace.
As the light of the candle represents the light of the world, that light that washes over all that is, that presence and power, that source of all good. As the beautiful sound of the bowl vibrates and moves through us as that energy, that sound wave that represents that deep peace within each and every one of us. We are all one in this presence as we have joined together in consciousness, in that awareness of that presence and power, that love, that beauty that we know as God, as Spirit. To know that that peace is the power at the heart of God and at the heart of each and every one of us. And that no matter what appearances may be, the energy of peace, as we hold it in our own hearts, as we embrace it and embody it, becomes an energy that moves out over the entire planet. That as we here on this tiny island in this pico of the earth carry that light, today most especially, as we celebrate the rising of that light, the awareness of the newness of life, the awareness of that presence and power, that Christ energy, the energy of the Prince of Peace. May that be the energy we carry in us each and every day, that we access in those moments of upset, in those moments of chaos, and that we accept and embody and hold. For that is the truth of who we are. That is the truth of spirit. That is the truth of life. And so let's just take another moment to take a deep breath and breathe that peace in. And allow it to breathe us. And in gratitude and in love, we simply let this be. We release it into the mind and heart and the peace of God as we join in consciousness by saying, and so it is.
I send my love peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love up to the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountain. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy up to the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountain. I send my love over the sea. I send my love over the mountains, and it returns to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Oh,
everyone. Is
there
this
we go.
on? It is on.
Yeah.
Okay. You can all hear me? Yes.
Yes.
So welcome again to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, where we practice the universal teaching called the Science of Mind and Spirit that incorporates all teachings. And our dear Ernest Holmes, who put it all together, considered himself a synthesizer, not a revelator. And he just took the truth from every faith that was love and brought it together in one thing that we could use in our lives. And we understand and know that that divine presence, that light, that love expresses through each of us uniquely, whoever we are, wherever we are, whatever we're doing, we cannot escape it. It is who we are. And as we live our life from that place, our life just becomes so much easier, as it's supposed to be. And no matter what we're facing, you bring that to it, you've got it.
There you go. I was so entranced with her. I was like,
That's true.
Wow, I want to be there. Where's that place at? Oh, yeah. Here we are. Well, hello, everyone. Aloha. It's another day. It's a birthday, right? That's what I liked. A new day, new moment. It's never happened before. It's never going to happen again the exact same way. So we better celebrate it, yes? So speaking of celebration, well, first of all, I don't know if we did, but there's Barbara Davis on the piano. We got her for a couple weeks now. And Luis over there playing his drums, which he brought to the kids on Friday. Thank you very much. Our Kids in Arts, and he's just brilliant with it. So, and he does all children of all ages. So who is here for the very first time and is not afraid to say it? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So here, I just want to make sure that he's not the only one that was, yeah. Okay, good. So, and speaking of birth, you brought a nice little baby here today, I believe. Yeah, there she, there, he. Oh, this is beautiful. So before we get all into that, what we do want to say is welcome, but we want to let you know that we know something about you. And it was told, and we have a few notes, like 6 or 7 pages, that we'd like to work with you. I'm just kidding. We want to let you know exactly who you are. So shall we let them know? Yeah. Oh, and there's another. Oh, I know. Another new person just walked through the door. I'm not people. Yes, and let's let them know. You are magnificent.
You are magnificent.
Isn't that nice? You just walk into a place and they just know who you are right off the bat. It's just wonderful. I'll tell you why we know that about you, and it's not because people pass stuff around about you. It's because we know that about ourselves, and when we know that about ourselves, we automatically know it about you. So that is how we know. So shall we all say it together? I am magnificent. It just keeps getting better. If you'll look over here, we've got this man that has things on his ears, and it's, yes, there it is. But what he does, and what this wonderful man next to him, Jonathan, does, is that they orchestrate everything so that what happens in this room doesn't stay in this room. It goes out to the mainland, goes out to Kaua'i, where they're just sitting there drinking coffee and making comments, and I can't even hear them. So that's even more better. And so, more better. So let's let them know who they are as well. You are magnificent. So why don't you two look to the left, look to the right, look somewhere and let somebody know who they are. You are magnificent. You are magnificent. Barbara is, Luis. All right, so let's jump on our magnificent feet and have our opening song, shall we? Pump up the energy here. Where are we at? I think some of you know this.
We've all been together before, dancing and singing along the same shore. So weavers of sound and light, gather together once more. We gather to share our love. We gather to share our love. So weavers of sound and light, gather together once more. We send our love out to all the world. We send our love out to all the world. So weavers of sound and light, gather together once more.
And as Charles let us know earlier, we are here by divine appointment. There are no accidents here. We are here by divine appointment. And so what I know in this beautiful moment that has never happened before is that we are in celebration. Celebration of life. Celebration of this very breath that is breathing through us as life itself. What a celebration. That love has made itself known through each and every one of us right here, right now. I am vibrating right now at the frequency of the divine, and I can feel that in this room. But it doesn't stay in this room. It can't, because it's ever expanding, ever knowing, ever exploring, ever discovering itself through itself. Wow. Say wow with me, because wow. And that is what is happening. Spirit has made itself known. There are no words that can even describe a person, place, or thing, or a spirit that has all names, the all that is all. And that is who each and every one of us is. That power, that light, that magic, that absolute source of supply had an idea. And guess what? It has each and every one of our names on it. It has the entire planet's name on it. This is a time for celebration. It doesn't need Easter. It's every moment to celebrate this breath of life. And with that, I am so grateful that we have come together to remember who and what we are. And that is good. That is God. That is life. And most of all, that is love. I announce it. I claim claim it, I am it, and I know that for each and every one of us, as together we affirm. And so it is. Wow.
We've all been together before, dancing and singing along the same shore. So weavers of sound and light, gather together once more. We send our love out to all the world. We send our love out to all the world. So weavers of sound and light, gather together once more.
Wow.
Okay. This is a special Sunday for another reason, too. It's our new members Sunday. Yay. And we're going to be honoring a few people today who have chosen to make Center for Spiritual Living Kauai their spiritual home on the island of Kauai. Sometimes people join when they live somewhere else. It's a wonderful thing because in Centers for Spiritual Living, we can belong to more than one center and support more than one center should we choose. And so we're just going to honor those people today for taking this step, for supporting Center for Spiritual Living, for supporting especially their own spiritual growth, because it really does help to have a community that supports you and that you can talk to and meet with and greet with and kind of hold you accountable sometimes if you need it.
And
You
wow
know what I
with.
mean.
We wow with each other here.
Without giving advice, of course. Anyway, so we're going to invite Reverend Diane to come up and help. And what we'd like to do is Patrick will call your name, and he will, well, now we've got it. I was going to have you over here, but it's okay. It'll work that way.
You can have me anywhere you
No,
want.
you just go there. That's perfect. It'll be fine. I want them to, you know what? You're going to come up and you're going to line up so that you're all like lined up here so that, okay? So go to Patrick first, then to Diane, and then to me, and then line up, all right? I have to be my school teacher right now. Okay.
We understand. Raise your hand if you have any questions.
Okay, so we're just going to call you by your name. Some of you might not be here, and we know a couple of people aren't.
And if you're not, you'll know that. So where are we? Okay, so here's the deal. Even though some of you are a couple, I'm calling you up individually to have your own shining moment. Otto Bear. Otto Bear.
Yay.
There we go.
Over there first.
All right.
No, you stay right here.
You stay.
I guess you didn't follow directions, did you?
You need your rose from Diane.
Okay. And my goodness, there's a Deborah Bear in the house as well. Oh. Welcome. Oh.
That's good, because there's 6 of you.
Oh. Yes. You are a card carrying. And Steve Cole, I know you're here. You cannot hide. I see you. Where's my Gabriella Taylor right here? I see her, Gabriella. Oh.
Gabriella. Woo!
Yes, the day has arrived, Gabriella. And our new man on the island is Robert Cree, or Bob. Let's call him Bob. He's new to the island and new right here. And Bobby.
We can change your card.
I don't know who wrote that. And they are not here today, but we can at least say hello to them online because I know they're watching right now. Doug Klein, and we have Doreen Breedlove. Yeah, they are actually looking online. They couldn't be here today, but you know them as our new musical directors. And they are, and Diana Leone. She said she was going to try to make it, and there she's not. Okay, but in case you're watching,
We love you, Diana.
we love you, Diana, and welcome.
Okay, so we're going to sing them our traditional, what? You want to become a member? Come on up. What's her name?
Oh, look at him. Come on down. Do I hear one more? Do I hear?
Okay. I'm Dawn Diviniste.
Oh, come there. We're smooth there, aren't we?
So
Polished is what I like to call
we're
us.
We're gonna sing our special song and "The Face of God," and Diane will direct it, and we'll go for it. All right.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. I are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. I are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Yes, you're on. That one's not very loud. Just not very loud.
No, you're not.
And let me see. How's that? No. It's this one goes up. Okay, now you're on.
Can you hear me now? I always think of that little guy running around to all the places, the old Verizon ad. Advertising. Right here, right now, we're going to take a few moments for meditation and continue that loving feeling that I can feel in this room right now. So if you'll just settle into your seats and know that this is a safe and sacred space, and we will just be together as one family, as one. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, reminds us that the secret of spiritual power lies in the consciousness of one's union with the whole. The secret of spiritual power lies in one's consciousness of one's union with the whole. Enjoy your time in the silence. secret of spiritual power lies in the consciousness of one's union with the whole. As we stand here today together as one whole family, united in the one power, the one presence, the one love that is God. It is moving in and through me in a way that is indeed magnificent, the divine energy flowing in and through every cell of my body. The divine energy flowing in and through every area of my life. And so I know that I embody this power, this presence, and this love right here and right now. Knowing this is the truth about me, it is the truth about each person present and within the sound of my voice. And so I speak my word for this congregation, knowing that we are united with the whole. We are centered in it, immersed in it, one with it, here today and everywhere we go. And so every area of our life is blessed and prospered. The divine is flowing in and through our bodies as perfect healing. It is flowing in and through our flow of abundance as increased good of all kinds. It is flowing in and through our relationships as love and peace and harmony. And so we send this divine energy out from this place to bless our beloved Kauai, to bless our country, to bless our world. That this power, this love, this sense of oneness and unity might be felt in each heart everywhere. And so I know that this word has the power of God because I am one with it. And so it is done. It is done in this moment, and I am so blessed and grateful to know this truth. Right where each of us is, that presence is, moving in and through us now, releasing anything unlike the divine pattern of perfection from our lives and from our world. And so in this moment, with this grateful heart, I simply release my word to the law of mind and spirit, knowing that it cannot fail to produce the perfect result. And so I simply let it be and watch with wonder as it comes into manifestation in all those many expected and unexpected ways. I am so grateful for it. And so it is. Mahalo.
Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand, my heart is made to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand, God is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever spirit needs from me, I will be, I will be, I will be.
Thank you, Reverend Diane. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, everyone, for being here and sharing this beautiful Sunday with us. Like you said at the beginning, and like Charles said, whatever we're celebrating, whether we're celebrating the Passover this weekend, they happen to be at the same time, or the resurrection of Jesus, we are celebrating. We're celebrating life. And for me, what we're celebrating is this idea of change, this idea of rising up. And even as the Israelites left Egypt, they had to rise up in order to do that. They had to leave what was unknown and move into the unknown. And even though sometimes the known seems really horrible, it's still comfortable. And it's scary to step out and say, I'm going to go cross that ocean and do something new, and I don't know what's there for me. And so I just celebrate that idea today of stepping out into the new. And I wanted to say a little bit about, for those of you that are maybe here for the first time or visiting your relatives because it's a holiday, I want to tell you that our teaching teaches about Jesus so that you kind of know what we think. And it's this. Mental science, we consider ourselves mental science because we use our minds and our minds meaning our consciousness, to create our lives. And it is a science because we can prove it. We can prove that when we use our minds, that in a certain way, that's what's going to occur in our life, with enough emotion and feeling behind it, of course. So it says mental science does not deny the divinity of Jesus, does not deny it, but it does affirm the divinity of all people. It does not deny that Jesus was the Son of God, but it affirms that all men and women are the sons and daughters of God. It does not deny that the kingdom of God was revealed through Jesus, but it says that the kingdom of God is also revealed through you and through me. And frankly, I love Jesus. I love the stories in the Bible and all of that. I love Martin Luther King. I love Buddha. I love them all. But it's our turn now. I believe that they all did what they came to do. Some of them had to suffer. Some of them had to die. Some of them had to do whatever it was they had to do. But it's our turn now. And I feel so strongly about this that we can't keep relying on these stories as something that happened in the past that doesn't happen now. In fact, if you think about it, miracles were happening supposedly, right, when Jesus was alive, and then it got twisted and turned, and all of a sudden it was that, and it wasn't now. But we know different than that as New Thought thinkers. We know that it is now, that we have the opportunity to be all that Jesus was, all that Moses was, all that these people were, these powerful, amazing beings, these mystics. You know, I consider Martin Luther King in the same place. I consider Ernest Holmes in the same place. I consider all these people, Buddha, all of them, as these amazing mystics, and that we are no different than they are. We were born with everything that they have. The only difference possibly is that they knew. They knew that they knew, and they embodied it. And I feel that it is our time now to embody it and stop relying on whatever we want to rely on. I just watched a beautiful film. It wasn't a film, actually. It was an interview. Maybe you've heard of this guy. His name is Jeff Olson. And he's from the Christian tradition. You've heard of him? Yes. He's from the Christian tradition. And I was just called to watch this. It was like a 46-minute interview, and I went, 46 minutes? I should be writing my talk. But I'll do this instead because there'll be something in there for me. But it was about, he's a man that, and I put it on my Facebook post if you want to listen to the interview. It was a man that had a near-death experience and lost most of his family and came back to live his life after that. And what I got out of it was a lot. And because he's not the only one that's told us these things. People have gone beyond. There's probably people in this room that have gone beyond and come back and know that it's the truth. But I don't believe that we have to do it in order to know it. And that's where I'm at right now. I used to think, I have to have all these experiences so that I can bring this back to my people and share it with them. But I don't think that's true. I don't think we have to suffer or go through some tragedy in order to know it. I feel like we can know it right now. We can know it with joy. I believe that we are here to have joy. I believe that we are not here to suffer. And I feel like Ernest Holmes once said, you know, humankind has learned all it can through suffering. They're coming to understand that they've learned all they can through suffering. Well, I believe that time is coming. I believe that we see some of this darkness is because we're getting so light. And so this darkness can't hurt us anymore. Even if it took our life away, it couldn't hurt us because we're eternal beings. And we know it. We know it, we know it, we know it. We want to pretend that we don't know it, but we know it. And we're here on this earth to learn that, that's the truth, to have these experiences that we have here and get to taste life and do all these things and suffer sometimes and all of this, to know who we truly are. If we're suffering, it's because our insides, our inner higher power is asking us to recognize it and to stop judging ourselves. And as Reverend Patrick always says, to love ourselves. That was the other thing that came across in this interview so strongly. He finally had to love himself and forgive himself for what had happened in this horrible car accident that he felt responsible for. But he finally had to give it up and love himself and know that there was nobody judging him. Nobody. He was judging himself. We judge ourselves. So I'm really ready for this. I'm really ready for this, guys. We are the ones, like Patrick said last Sunday, we're the ones they're going to talk about. We're the ones that they're going to talk. We want them to talk about us. Like, wow, did you know those guys? They knew they were God. They actually lived from that place. There were miracles that took place. They raised their children and with love and peace and created even more of it going forward. Oh, it's so amazing. So I have a song because I'm not going to talk that long. And no, but I want to just read one more quote, and it kind of comes from the Bible, and it says, "If you have the faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you." That's the power we have. And even this man called Jesus, this nice Jewish man, which he was, told us that. He told us that we had the power, and we're all being told that. So the question is, how do you want to use it? Who do you want to be? And that's what this song is about. And we have the choice to be whatever we want to be and to raise ourselves to that place. So I like to share the song. It's by Faith Rivera, and I asked her permission to sing it, and she actually sent me the MP3 so I could sing it with you. I sound different than her. That's because I'm a Julie Andrews soprano, but that's okay. So let's do it, Jonathan, when you're ready. Can you bring it up a little bit? I am called to be a healer for all humanity. I am called to be a dreamer, believe in what can be. I am called to be a maker, an instrument of peace. I am called to be a giver of abundance I receive. I am called to be a prayer, living out the truth I seek. I am called to be everything. I am called to be the glory here on earth that all might see. All the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. I am the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We are called to be. You are called to be a mother, to nurture family. You are called to be a brother, believe in what can be. You are called to be a neighbor, see a friend in all you meet. You are called to be a leader, to lead community. You are called to be a prayer, living out the truth you seek. You are called to be everything. You are called to be the glory here on earth that all might see. All the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. You are the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We are called to be. We are called to be the kindness, set the broken-hearted free. We are called to be forgiveness, where pain has run too deep. We are called to be compassion, be the wind beneath each wing. We are called to make communion, only then we can succeed. We are called to be a prayer, living out the truth we see. We are called to be everything. We are called to be the glory here on earth that all might see. All the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. We are the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We are called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be love, called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be love, called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be love, called to be. What are you called to be? Yay. Woo! Thank you. Yay. Now I'd like to introduce my called to be partner here, Patrick Feren. Reverend Patrick.
Wow, yeah. Called to be, called to know.
You know he will.
Oh, my. So last week, we talked about self-love, and I just want to follow up on it. How'd y'all do that we're here? Yeah? Oh, that was convincing. So how did all that look? It's like, we're not supposed to review from week to week. But what I wanted you to know is that I did get some reports in, and they were some good reports. And I just wanted to explain something about that self-love. It's a process that we continue to do on a daily basis. I would love to wake up and just go, wow, it's all done. But that's the same with forgiveness. Forgiveness is the key for me, and there's no way that we can forgive if we do not love ourselves. I don't want to, be the bearer of bad news, but it is Easter. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. I'm not talking about anything to do with Easter this year. Maybe. It all depends. But what I do want to know is that, and remember, is that love is the absolute thing. We can go around it. I know people said I tried the 2 minutes, I got to 15 seconds. That's enough for right now. Some people I know came and told me that they went through the 2 minutes and went through every part of their face in the mirror and just continued to love and love and love. And it brought this person to just absolute joy to know that what is possible. So it is possible. And it's just like what Rita was saying, we just have to do it. Today is rise up and do it. But I got very obsessed about something else this week, besides, and it's just my nature. I started thinking about the idea, I know you're on pins and needles right now, right? That right now we are spinning at 1,045 miles per hour. Now, I know this may not seem like an Easter talk, but I'm going to tell you something. If you really think about it, and you're going to because I'm going going to basically force you into this. Basically, this is what we were walking yesterday at Earth Day. We went there. A lot of people were. We were out there doing the volunteer thing, and we were walking, and I was talking with someone, Gabriella. It's okay. We were together, and I was thinking to myself, "Wow, we are spinning at 1,045 miles an hour, and we are not flying off." But it gets better. Because I was sitting there thinking, and it takes almost 24 hours to go, around one turn. So what does this have to do with anything? Well, I don't think any of you are walking around on a daily basis going, "Oh, wow, we're spinning at 1,045 miles an hour. What if it stops? What if it stops?" I don't think we're doing that, right? Because it says there is a force. Ooh, it's getting good now, folks. And there's a force that wants you to spin off into space. There is a force that says, yes, come on, vah! But the force of gravity outweighs and is stronger than that. So I woke up today and I said, so what's this all about this Easter? It's about trust. I went, yes. How come it is that I can trust that I'm not going to fly off into space, but I don't trust that these other little forces, these other little conditions, aren't going to throw me off my mark, isn't going to spin me off my life. And I thought, why is that? And then they said, well, it's impossible for us to go off the, I don't know. All I do know is whatever got us on this spinning thing called the planet, that we're on planet Earth and everything that's going on out there, must know what it's doing. So here's the good news. The good news is that same power that is keeping us right here in this divine moment is a power that's working through your life at all times. When I thought of that, I thought, well, then what is it? Why aren't we trusting? Sabina, you and William and Malia, they're adding an addition to their family. That's another part of trust. Trust that this birth is taking place. This celebration, we're celebrating it before we even start, right before it's even arrived, before she's even here. Why are we celebrating that? Because we know and trust. And I thought, well, then it must be like the resurrection, that concept. And I love the idea of the resurrection. When I was a kid, I remembered I wasn't so fond of the Holy Week because it was a little bit of a drag. It was a little depressing for me. But Easter felt like light to me. It's like everybody finally, got out of the big heaviness and then just celebrated. And I thought, that's what I want to do every day. This is what the Adams, I love this, Atom Smashing Power of the Mind article that I read. Atom smashing, wow. The resurrection of the body has nothing whatever to do with death, except that we may resurrect ourselves from every dead condition into which sense ignorance has plunged us. Whew. Ooh. Right? Sense ignorance has plunged us. To be resurrected means to get out of the place that you are in and get into another place. That's not difficult. That's not difficult. Resurrection is rising into a new vigor, new prosperity, a restoration to some higher state. The end. The end. That's all it is. It's about, I got a new idea. That's what new thought is. I have a new idea. And that's why I like this idea of that there's a force and it feels, when you're going through something, doesn't it feel like it's a huge force that's not always for you and it feels like, wow, they're really out to get me, man. Life, I woke up today and life really is out to get me. But no, there is a force that we get to use, that we get to move through. And it says this, I love this. The whole purpose of our teaching, by the way, is to reconcile the apparent separation of the spiritual world, which must be perfect. Are you with me on that one? With the material world, which appears imperfect. And I'm going to use the word appear. It appears imperfect. Man's experience is the logical outcome of his inner vision. His horizon is limited to the confines of his or her own consciousness. That's the end. That's the end of it. This is all we have to remember today. Because I promised I wouldn't talk 22 minutes like I did last week. Just FYI. They're a little behind the scenes. But I want to get inside my heart because that's where I speak the most. That's where I really live from. And I agree with Rita. It's time to just do it. But we are so powerful. We are so powerful. We are so powerful. And love is the one that is backing it. And I'm going to be very honest with you about this human experience that we get to keep talking about. It's an excuse. It hit me so big this week and so wonderful this week. How long am I going to use the idea we are not, yes, we are in human bodies. We were talking about that, right? These wonderful human bodies. But we are spirit first. We always have been. That's how we got here. That's the power that I have to use. In all illness, anything, I know a lot of you can raise your hands going through things in the physical. And someone said, yeah, but this part of me, this part of me, this part of me. I do not pray from that part of you. I do not pray from that part, that organ. There is no such thing as that organ. It is the totality. Here I go. They might as well open it. I'm going to get a little thing that can open up. It is not the organ that we are treating and healing. It is inviting the true spirit, true vibrational frequency to come through us that is so in its totality that the organ seems so small in its entirety. Wow. You're going through something that feels devastating, anything from a divorce, let's just put it all on the table, whatever it is. We're not praying about that. We're praying about the totality of who you are. Does that make sense? That means you roll that, I knew I had to bring him in a little bit here, but roll the stone away. Roll it away and allow the light to come through. Sometimes you wake up on Sunday and I say to myself, self, are we saying the same thing every week? Yeah, actually we are. Sometimes we can pizzazz it up a little bit, but no matter how you make the cake, man, the cake is there. But I want to tell you something about that. These are the things that go through our minds. Because the one thing that I know that Rita and I, as spiritual leaders, and all of our practitioners, and Reverend Diane, all of us, everyone in this room, the time has come. I cannot use this human thing. I was right. Well, what are you going to do? It's just human. The phrase I hear quite often, we are only human. And for me, that is not true. It is merely an excuse to blame my problems on something in the world, a form out there, and deny my true divinity in here. That is what I'm doing. So they say, so you have no compassion? I'm going to clear that one up on Easter too. That's just another argue for your limitation. This philosophy has about as much compassion as you can even imagine. It has every bit of love that you can even imagine. But if you think I'm going to sit in front of you at any given time and jump in the water with you, jump in the quicksand with you, I'm not going there. Because what my job is, this is what I have done, and Rita has done, we have come here to create a community of forward thinkers. We have come here not to jump in the quicksand and say, yeah, me too, man. Me too. I've been through that, man. You should see. When I went through it. No, because we can outdo each other. You know that we can. With our conditions, I dare you to bring me a condition I can't outdo. I dare you. And so this is my thing. Is what you want me to do is you want me to have the compassion and me to say, listen, do you want me to go like this? And come on. I'll sit in the dark with you. I'll cry with you. I'll do whatever you want. But I will not, and let this be, well, it's filmed. So it's down. It's recorded. I will not agree with you with anything less than your perfection. It won't happen, ever, again. I've done it before because I wanted to be liked. I wanted to be liked. I didn't want you to feel bad. I didn't want you to go away going, oh, wow, I told them this and I told them that. I love your stories. But I'm going to tell you one thing that I do love even more than your story. I love the feelings underneath them. Because that's the healing. This is the healing, the ethereal body out of the body. You want to get resurrecting? This is what it's about. It's about this. You think this is it? That's why we're in trouble, folks. We think this is it. It's this to this to this to this, going all the way to first cause. It says, oh, I'm bathing in healing right now. I'm bathing in healing. That's where it is. The reason the healing doesn't always happen is because I'm right in here. My foot, my toe, my thing, my help, my bills, and I'm so stuck. I'm going, go beyond them. Go beyond them. I have a mirror, a couple of people back there that are mirrors. So now I know what I look like. Thank you. And they're friends, so I can say that. I will end on this. Well, as Rita said to us about Jesus, since I wasn't going to bring him up, his ministry only lasted 3 years. Ours has lasted 6. So all I got to say to you is that we are still, and let me tell you about that. For any of you that's thinking that I'm putting Jesus down, because I'm not. I grew up with Jesus. Jesus is in my heart. Jesus is in who I am. So I don't want this to be the put down Jesus. It's not. But our philosophy, and if it's something that does not serve you, I'm okay with that. I really am okay with that. But here's the deal with Jesus. Jesus was the wonderful example and not the exception. And so that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about that this power said, love, man, love. What I've done, you can do and more. What have you done? You've done it more. Not I've done it and you can't do it. I've done it and you can do more. I could feel an alarm clock just went off. I get excited about this stuff, and this is what I know, is that I love you. And thank you. And I know about time. I know about, the human condition that says we're only allowed a certain amount of space in our mind before we lose interest, right? Another excuse. I love you all. When you come to me, know that I am here with you 100%. I will sit in the dark. I will cry with you, but I will not be the dark. I will not say anything about you except your perfection. That's all I've got. And that's a lot. I love you. Namaste. Yes?
Oh, Barbara's singing. Forgot.
This song
We
is
get an
also
added
by
treat.
Faith Rivera. Where I am, God is. Where I stand, God's standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me, as me. God is breathing beauty in and out and through me as me. And when I doubt, God is the faith in me. And when I cry, God is the comfort there. When I seek, God is the answer here and now, forever and ever and ever. And when I speak, truth is. And where I work, love is my career. And when I play, God is playing boldly in and out and through me as me. Where I stand, where I am, where I play, where I work and breathe and move, be where I sing, wherever I dance, my dance, my dance, wherever I go, wherever I pray and take and give and live. God is, God is, God is, God is. God is, God
Mahalo.
Hello, Barbara.
How's everyone doing? Good. Yeah. All right. Wow. Okay, this is our time of affirmative giving, and that can mean a lot of things. But we do have a wonderful, we call it a sacred investment. Isn't that nice? A sacred investment affirmation. And not only do we bring consciousness here, but we bring everything. We bring our talents, our gifts, and this is our time to share. And as the basket goes around, which sometimes we say seems a bit primitive in this day and age, but here's the deal: it's that flow. And I love watching that flow as it just moves around, and to say thank you to the people online that sent it in. It's about the energy, isn't it? It's about the energy, the movement, God in action, however that looks. Wow. Oh, here we go. Wow. So say that investment affirmation with me if you choose. I freely and joyously give from the abundance and fullness of my overflowing wealth, knowing my gift goes with love as it touches and blesses Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, my life, and the world. And so it is.
Take it away, Barbara.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing. for this day, this beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends, my wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends, my wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health, my radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health, my radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life, my abundant, my abundant, my abundant life. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life, my abundant, my abundant, my abundant life. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day, this healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day, this healing, this healing, this healing day.
And so, what I know right here and right now is just gratitude. Gratitude for the God in action, the gifts in this basket and in this room, the very gift of your beingness. I'm so grateful for it all. And I know that these gifts go forth to heal and prosper not just this center, but this planet. So I am grateful for that, and grateful for each and every person here. As I just let it be so, as I say, and so it is.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day, this healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day, this healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day, this beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day, this beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day.
And so it is. Yay. Do we have children? I
we
know
do.
we do.
I had somebody send it because they had this outdoor
Yeah,
project.
they had an outdoor activity
but
today.
you know I can always fill the time because here they come. But I do want to say something about eggs. Reverend Patrick Feren made deviled eggs today. 72 of those puppies, so do not tell me that I don't love you. Hey, when's the last time you did some deviled eggs? You'll understand what I'm talking about. It takes a little time. And also, speaking of children, they're doing a wonderful, and I'm just going to have to do it because I can. We have Isaac Doobie. Could you just stand up for just a second? Yeah. And he is opening this Friday in the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And, and he's my main man playing Quasimodo. And yes, so we are so proud of you. And we don't always announce, but I don't care because go see this man. Go see the whole production. It's a whole package. So there you go.
Yay.
Mahalo.
All right. At
The children.
Hawaii Children's Theater.
How did you...
Hi.
How'd you get in there, little man?
Aloha. We had a lot of fun with eggs today. And we talked about what the egg represented to us and where eggs came from and all that stuff. We did some other fun activities. Does anybody remember what they are? Or you could say what your egg represents.
We had an Easter egg hunt.
Can you tell the microphone?
We had an Easter egg hunt, and we played a game with those like marshmallow bunnies.
Peeps.
Yeah, peeps. And we put like a bath head on our heads, and we put shaving cream on it, and shower cap, and we put shaving cream on it, and then we tried to throw the bunnies and hit the head.
How fun is that?
Yeah.
Oh, and we'll get both sides of the story.
We got 8 first time and 4th the other time.
They both did awesome. They're all awesome.
Janice, I must admit to you, when I saw this little one in his suit with this tie, I went, she's doing the shaving cream peep thing. Oh, no.
It's all right. It'll all come off.
Shaving cream on her.
Oh my God. I know when she said she wanted shaving cream and shower caps, I'm like, what the heck is she doing in there? Anyway, then she told us. How fun. Thank you, Janice. So let's give them our affirmation. You are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you. Woo! All right. So I think we have a few practitioners that are here to serve today. Reverend Diane, Dr. Reverend Peggy, Packy, whatever. And I'm not sure. I think the other. Oh, and Rob back there, because yeah.
Have you ever had one of those Sundays where you go, anything goes, man, anything goes?
You have an opportunity to come up and have a spiritual mind treatment, and it's our gift to you. If you want something more to go deeper, you need to schedule a session. This is just them. You come up to them and you just say, this is what's going on in my life. I'm having trouble with finances right now, or I have a relationship issue, or whatever. And they're going to know the truth for you. And Malia's here too. Hi, Malia. Hey, Malia. And that's it. It's a miracle. We are miracles, all of us. All right. So take advantage of them today, and use them in their gifts. Anything else? No. Okay, so I think we're ready to move into our closing song and have our deviled eggs.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
And no deviled eggs until the closing of the closing song.
Love can move the world like the moon in the sky is the sea. Love can cause the wars to cease. Love can bring this world to peace. It's a God that begins with you and me. Love can move the world like the warmth of the sun moves the trees. Let the winds of love increase as we move this world to peace. Come love the world with me.
So right here and right now, I know we have moved the world just by being here together in unity and in consciousness of wholeness that we've experienced here today, that we've celebrated today, this oneness that we are. I'm so grateful for this opportunity that we've had to be here together today, to celebrate this thing called resurrection, to celebrate this thing called life, moving and living and breathing through us. And I'm grateful for all the people who have served us today in this center to allow this to happen today, to allow us to even be here today. And that would be, first of all, Charles with his beautiful announcements and everything else that he does here. And our beautiful Malama team, Anna and DJ and Emma, who stood by the door and gave you hugs if you wanted them and gave you a program and just gave you love. To beautiful Reverend Diane for being our practitioner in service today and giving us that amazing meditation and spiritual mind treatment. To Dr. Peggy Price for joining us on the Peace Candle and giving her beautiful knowing of truth through her prayer. And to Rob back there, who makes sure that we're seen in the world. And there's so many people that are watching now. It's so wonderful. Hello to all of you out there. Say hi to them. Yay. We love you. Love you, Rob and Jonathan, for making sure we're heard. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It takes so much to put this on every Sunday. And in the bookstore, I guess we have Peggy and Emma and Roseanne in the bookstore. Wow, that's a big team back there. So thank you for stepping up. And Ron Stover and his beautiful bride, Reverend Suzanne and Charles, thank you for doing hospitality. And whoever else is back there, mahalo, mahalo. And for the people that brought flowers today, Peter, I know, did bring, and Arlena, and I know Loya brought some flowers. And thank you so much for the beautiful, amazing flowers that add so much. And to the new members, thank you. Oh, mahalo. Give them a hand of applause. Yay! And to Barbara for being with us this Sunday. Thank you for learning all that new music and being here with us. And Louise, mahalo, mahalo. And to Sue Buckley and whoever else is with her back there. Roseanne, thank you for counting our beautiful collection today. To all our off-island contributors, to everybody. So let's just take all this beautiful gratitude that we feel. And breathe into gratitude. It's the most amazing thing. Gratitude, gratitude, and I am feeling so grateful. So I take this gratitude and I take it for all of us. right here and right now and move this beautiful service as one word, as law into law, and letting it ripple out into our lives this week as we affirm together, and so it is.
Love can move the world like the moon in the sky moves the seas. Love can cause the wars to cease. Love can move this world to peace. It's a trend that begins with you and me. Love can move the world like the warmth of the trees that move the trees. Let the winds of love increase as we move this world to peace. Come love the world with me. Come love the world with me. Come love the world with me.